So we're down to our last Disney video. I know some of you might be excited about that, and I know I've done a lot of videos, but I wanted to share every bit of information that I could with you guys. And this is the last one, which is a Q&A. So in the last couple of videos, I did ask for you guys to share questions with me. Any final questions about anything related to the trip. So I have all of those questions here, and I will be answering them all today. Hey you guys, I'm Kristen and welcome to the Gold Project. If you are new here, welcome. We hope you decide to become a part of our community by clicking that red subscribe button below. Also hit that bell notification so you are informed every time I post videos. I post videos at least 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on this channel, we have a mission to get organized on a budget and with a plan together. So I hope you decide to click that red subscribe button and to become a part of our community and our mission. Before we get to the Q&A, I will tell you that I am going to link the videos above that I have shared so far. So I've shared my Disney binder with you guys. I've shared a vlog. I have shared our budget and how I paid for everything. I've shared a haul video. And also I'm going to link to the Disney playlist because I have a Disney, the Disney Surprise and a few other Disney videos that I'm not able to link in cards because it only allows me 5. So definitely check the cards above and that playlist for all my Disney related videos. So these questions are in no particular order. As I was asked, I just wrote them down and then I just typed them up. So they're in no particular order. So I might cover one topic several times. So number 1, when is the best time to take kids age-wise? This is a very good question, and this is why it took us so long to take our kids to Disney. So my nephew is 4, Derek is 6, and Kate is 10. We had a few things that we wanted to make sure that we were done with in the kids raising department before we went. Number 1, we did not want anybody to be in diapers. And I know there's so many people that take their kids when they are babies and in diapers, but here's the thing. We did not want to have to worry about taking diapers and taking wipes and dealing with poop diapers and finding a place to, change diapers. Does this bathroom have a changing table? So we wanted all of our kids to be sure that they could go to the bathroom without having any assistance. Second thing, we wanted to make sure that none of them required a stroller because we did not want to have to push a stroller through the parks. When we went at Christmas time, it was packed. There were tons of strollers, and you guys, there were people running over people with strollers, and we just did not want to have to worry about that extra. So my nephew that's 4, we were like, do we get him an umbrella stroller? Do we not? He did not have a stroller and he did fine. Here's the thing when you have kids. You can't race when you have kids. So you just really need to take into account on what's your purpose of going to the park. Does taking diapers and diaper bags and formula and all that, is that something that will bother you? Us, we did not want to have to worry about any of that extra stuff. Formula, bottles, diaper bags, changing poop diapers. So we told ourselves we were not going until all of that stuff was taken care of. Number 2, would I ever take a Disney cruise? I'm not going to say never, but I would probably have to really research that. I don't know how I would do on a cruise. Now, my mom's been on several cruises and she has loved it. I've never been on one. So I don't know. I mean, if it was a Disney cruise, I might consider it. But like my daughter gets very car sick. My husband gets very car sick. They don't do well. So I don't know if they would do well on a cruise or not. But a cruise is something that our family has never even really considered doing. So probably the only type of cruise that I would probably consider would be a Disney cruise. But I'm not sure. I'd have to do a lot of thinking and a lot of research about that. Third question is, do you have any tips for taking kids? Like I said before, it all depends on, you know, the personality of your children and all of that. But for us, we told ourselves that we knew that when we were going, it was going to be packed and it was going to be a lot of people and lots of lines and really pure chaos. You have to remember that kids are little ones. They don't have long legs and they can't go for an extended amount of time. So we had told ourselves if we were to get our 3 fast passes a day, anything else was bonus. So you have to understand that you're not going to be able to see everything. You're not going to be able to race unless you don't mind them being moody, hungry, exhausted. Because for us, our kids, when those things are a yes, they get very out of control. That's usually when Derek starts getting in trouble, is when he's tired, he needs to take a nap, and he's hungry. Also, something I will say that we learned, and that is that kids might want to see different things than you do. And it took us a couple of days to kind of realize this because, you know, I'm all about Disney. So there's things I want to see, but things I want to see at being 38 years old might not be the same things that Derek wants to see at 6. So we did split up several different times so that like I could go and see what I wanted to see and the kids could see what they wanted to see. So like their aunt would take them to, you know, ride the kiddie rides, to have their time together while we like went and, you know, stood in line to get popcorn buckets or went to Starbucks. That is not something that's entertaining to our kids. They could care less about finding the Starbucks to get the Starbucks mug. So you have to remember that some of the things you might see as a priority may not be the same things that your kids see as a priority. And I think that's really all that I would have to say about kids, is to make sure that you realize that you can't see everything, to go at their own pace, and that they may not want to see the same things that you do. So those are probably the biggest things that really stand out to me and the things that we dealt with, besides the fact that you need to bring some kind of water bottle in the park and snacks because your kids are going to get hungry and they're going to get thirsty, and the stuff, the quick service stuff, can be expensive. Question number 4, did you do any pin trading? Y'all, I didn't talk about pin trading in any videos because I was so disappointed with the entire process. So I would probably say 90% of all of the pins that we ran into were fakes. Okay? And I know that it's about, you know, having fun and all that stuff, but I collect pins. Kate collects pins, and we've started Derek with a collection as well. So it's just disappointing to me when you go in there and all of the pins on a cast member lanyard are fake. Please do not go to Amazon. Please do not go to eBay and purchase those pin lots. They are fake. I mean, that, and it takes, to me, and I mean, you may not care about that, but for people that are into the pin trading, that it was very disheartening for me when you went in there and all of the pins were fakes. So we didn't even focus on that. Like, we may every so often do a few pin trades. Kate got a few good pins. Derek got a few good pins. But it was not the experience that I was hoping for, to be honest. It just really was not. Number 5. And I got asked this question pretty often. How did you book your vacation? And I thought that I had talked about this in videos. I don't know if maybe people didn't see that part. But definitely check out my binder because you will see all of that. So we went through Small World Travel Agency. They booked our hotel and they booked our dining reservations, or some of them. I booked the other ones. And it is a free company, wonderful to work with. So if you need guidance and you need help, definitely recommend them. I was the person that booked the airfare. And then I was the one that did all the fast passes. So they booked some of the dining reservations, but some of them they didn't book. And I think it was because we were a large party. There was 9 of us. So they would tell us that they couldn't book, and then I called and got the reservations. So probably when we go again, I will probably take care of all of the reservations, because I feel like now I can do it. So for the airfare, I did all of that. So I watched the Southwest website. I watched when they opened our dates. I did price comparisons. When they got to the price that I felt like in the times that was good, I called everybody, made sure everything was okay, and then I booked them. So 8 of our 9 flight tickets, I took care of myself. Also, I was the one that did all of the fast passes. And y'all, I did a ton of research on the fast passes. And I got up when the window opened at like 6 o'clock that morning, sat with my paper, worked for an hour and a half to get all of the fast passes booked. So Small World Travel Agency took care of the resort, and then they took care of some of the dining. I took care of the other dining reservations, and I even called before we went to the trip to make sure that they had us down for those reservations. I was the one that took care of the plane tickets. I was the one that took care of the fast passes, and then I was also the one that took care of all of the Magical Express information. So that does require you to sign up for the Magical Express on the Disney website. Question number 6. What was the best part of your trip? Honestly, I cannot say what the best part of our trip was. Altogether, I thought it was fantastic. The meals were amazing, all but Be Our Guest. And the meals were amazing. The characters were amazing. The parks, the cast members were amazing. I loved being there at Christmas time. I thought it was amazing just to go into the parks and see it fully decorated for Christmas. And every park had a different themed Christmas tree. Like when you walk into Animal Kingdom, they have this like animal Christmas tree, and it was just amazing to see. I absolutely loved probably that. If I had to pick one thing that was the best part of the trip, being there at Christmas and just soaking in the entire Disney Christmas atmosphere was amazing. Everything. We went to look at the gingerbread houses. I mean, the Christmas music. I just loved the Christmas atmosphere at Disney. Question number 7. Would I do it again? Yes, in a heartbeat. So I will tell you that my husband and I, we don't know if everybody will go, but right now we are talking about trying to take another Disney vacation Christmas time. So the same time we took this year. It might be a little bit different depending on when we are off at school, but doing the same type of vacation in 2021. So not going this year, but going the same time in 2021. We did learn some things. I think that's one of the, yes, there are some things on here that I will talk about. But yes, we will definitely do it again. And right now we are shooting for Christmas 2021. Number 8, what would you not do again? I would not go to Epcot. I mean, the one thing that sticks out in my head is Epcot. And you guys, I think Epcot is one of those parks you either love it or you don't. And I did not get the feel of being at Disney. Now, my sister and my brother-in-law, I think they loved it because they're all about food. So every different pavilion, like when you're in the Mexican pavilion, you have that food. France has different food. They love that aspect of it. For me, I can't eat like that. Like they got crepes. I would have loved to be able to get a crepe at one of the little carts, but I can't eat like that. I have to eat gluten-free. So I wasn't able to eat all the things that they were. So I just felt like that I didn't get the Disney vibe from Epcot. Been there, done that. Next time we'll go to Hollywood Studios. So, I mean, definitely, and I think that was the least favorite of my kids as well. What else would I not do again? I would not go to Be Our Guest. So out of all of the places that we ate, we will not do Be Our Guest again. So it just was not our favorite meal. And I know a lot of people said that if you want the real experience, you go in the evening. I'm not up for paying that extra money to go again. So we've been there, we've done that. We will not do that again. The other thing, and I've talked about this in another video that I did, what else would I not do? I would not take the same luggage that I took. I'm already looking for better luggage. I did a horrible job with the luggage. So there you go. Those are the things that I would not do again. Number 9, how did your kids react when they found out they were leaving the next day? Honey, you're going to Disney. Make sure you check out that surprise video that's in the Disney playlist. So we planned this trip for 2 years. My kids and my nephew did not know about it until they got up Christmas morning. It was a surprise, and we left the next day, the 26th. So it took them a second to realize first that they were going to Disney, because Derek seriously thought that, I guess he thought the characters were coming to him. And then it was like, it took a second to absorb it. But they were overly excited. Like immediately when they realized we were going the next day, they wanted to go pack their suitcase. So I think it was like a overstimulated moment, and they couldn't really absorb where they were going until I think we actually got on the trip. So question number 10, what was your favorite memory? I would probably have to say my favorite memory was for my kids to see the characters for the first time. Like, Kate is a huge Stitch fan, and the fact that her face like beamed, she was so excited when we went to Ohana. Ohana was the first place that we ate. Highly recommend that. So, you know, at Christmas, when you're a little kid, you always think, man, I can't imagine life being any better than this. A kid opening Christmas presents, and you think that, you know, life's so boring for adults because, you know, Santa doesn't visit them. And then you become a parent and you get to see your kids experience all of these things. And that's a whole nother level of happiness. So for my husband and I to sit there and watch like Stitch come up to Kate, and for Kate to just like beam from ear to ear as she hugs Stitch and gets her picture made, nothing is better. So Derek was just happy to be there with the characters, and every character we met, he was excited to see them. And it just, you know, it just makes me happy. And that was the best part for me, is to live that moment as a parent and to see how happy it made our kids. Question number 11 is, what would you do differently? I think that goes along with what I would not do again. So that would definitely be not go to Epcot. We would definitely go differently. We will go to Hollywood Studios next time. I would definitely rethink my luggage. My luggage was not good for the trip. I did a horrible job at that. And also, we would not eat at Be Our Guest. We would try a different place for that. Number 12, did you have a budget each day? No, we did not have a budget each day. So if you watched my budgeting video, so our trip cost $6,800, which, whew, I did not want to know that figure, but my husband wanted to know it. I needed to share it on a video. So that's the number. It's in the card above to show you how those totals came out. So we did a good job at planning overall. The gift card situation for my kids, and somebody asked how much they had on gift cards, And you might think this is really insane, but I think my kids had close to $300 on gift cards. That may seem like a lot, but for 2 years, and they had several people buying them gift cards, so they each had $300 roughly to spend at Disney. So that meant my husband and I did not have to spend any money. We spent zero on any of the souvenirs that they got. And they did a very good job at deciding what things to get and not spending money on junk. So I think they did good. They both went with roughly $300. So we knew that was taken into account. So we knew we really didn't need to budget for that. And we did 1 meal a day with reservations. And then we just kind of knew that it was going to be a little bit more expensive. We had the Amazon snacks shipped in. We knew the waters. We bought the refillable mugs so that we could get the drinks. All of that was taken into account. So our overall bill was like $1,264, I think is what I shared in the budgeting video. And we had saved $1,300, and then we had $500 cash. So we came home with more money than we spent. So that was the goal. So we did not have a budget each day, but we kind of had everything that we knew was going to happen in our heads. Number 13, were the fast passes worth it? 100% yes. Fast passes are the way to go. And dealing with that, let me mention this. This is probably something else that we would do differently. It makes it really difficult when you're booking fast passes versus dining reservations. The one thing that we wanted to do that we were not able to do was ride the Avatar ride. And that is because when I did our fast passes and the day that I had down from Animal Kingdom, we could not get a fast pass for Avatar. Now, if we would have done in Animal Kingdom at the end of our trip, we would have been able to do a fast pass. But you have to book your dining reservations way before you have to book your fast passes. I want to say the dining reservations, it's like 180 days. So I think in August we did our dining reservations. It was either July or August. And then October, the end of October was our fast passes. So I couldn't change our Animal Kingdom day so we could ride the Avatar ride because I had the dining reservations set already. And they did not have dining reservations for Tusker House on a later date. So that is something that will happen next time. I will be a little bit more flexible, and I think I will do Animal Kingdom at the end of our trip. Number 14, would you consider going to another Disney park? Yes, I think you meant like another country. Yes, we would love to go to the other Disney parks. But, I mean, Disney World is the main one. I would love to go to Disneyland in California. But, hopefully I'll get there one day. But, yes, I would love to go to the other Disney parks. But my main love is Disney World in Orlando. Number 15, did the planning and budgeting pay off? 100% yes. I was able to take the trip. Everything was planned out. Everything was in our binder. All the fast passes were done. The dining reservations were done. All the menus, every single thing I had planned for, and the paperwork was in the binder. I think it worked perfectly. I even had the emergency kit was used several different times. The snacks on the plane were perfect. The snacks that we ordered in for the parks. Everything I feel like that we planned for and we budgeted for was a success. And that is definitely why we've planned a trip for 2021. Number 16, did you enjoy your birthday at Disney? So January 1st was my birthday and we spent that day at Magic Kingdom. Yes, it was amazing to be able to be at Disney on my birthday. So it's just one of those bucket list items. So it was nice, and that was a day that was the third time we'd been to Magic Kingdom, so we were able to just kind of relax. and enjoy ourselves and not be in a rush to get here and there, because we've done basically everything that we wanted to do. So yes, I truly enjoyed my birthday at Disney. So last but not least, did you do the meal plan option? So I had several people ask me about the dining plan. Why did we not do the dining plan? I've always done the dining plan. You guys, it is a personal preference. I can tell you that I really did not do any huge research on the dining plans at Disney, because everything that I read said that the dining plan is basically for you prepaying your meals. And that you have to get one of these quick service meals, and you got one of this, and you got one of that. I'm not saying that yes, you need to do the dining plan. No, you don't need to do the dining plan. It is your preference. Overall, it's your preference. But we didn't do the dining plan, and we probably won't do the dining plan again. So, I mean, it's just, you do the research for you. Just as a group decision out of 9 of us, we did not want to do the dining plan option. But it's not to say that that was the better deal or the worst deal. It was just, we just decided as a whole that we were not doing it. So I'm hoping that those are all of the questions that you guys have about Disney and our trip. I've tried to do several different videos to cover every single area of the trip and to give you all of the information, the exact information. So I hope that I've been able to do that. So the common question for today is going to be, are there any travel videos, just travel videos as a whole, that you guys would like me to share? So we're getting into like the travel time and when I like to do travel type of videos. So definitely leave any travel video suggestions in the comments below. So you guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you give it a big thumbs up. By giving my videos a thumbs up, it shows YouTube you're engaged and you like my content, which means they'll start suggesting it and recommending it to more people, which means our community will grow and will continue to spread positivity. Also, I hope you hit that red subscribe button to become a part of our community and our mission to get organized on a budget and with a plan together. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and until next time, bye you guys.